Puss in Boots is a Spanish-speaking anthropomorphic cat, named for his signature pair of boots. A fugitive on the run from the law, Puss is seeking to restore his lost honor. One night, he learns that the murderous outlaw couple Jack and Jill have the magic beans he has long sought, which can lead him to a giant's castle known by legend to contain valuable golden goose eggs. When Puss attempts to steal the beans at their hideout, a female cat named Kitty Softpaws interrupts. She was hired to steal them as well by Humpty Alexander Dumpty, a talking egg and Puss' long-estranged childhood friend from the orphanage in San Ricardo, where they both were raised. Puss tells Kitty his origin story. He has been on the run from the law ever since Humpty tricked him into assisting in what turned out to be a failed bank robbery. Humpty eventually convinces Puss to join them in finding the beans and retrieving the golden eggs. Puss and Kitty's relationship turns romantic and, despite Puss's initial grudge against Humpty, he slowly warms up to him. The trio steals the beans from Jack and Jill and plants them in the desert. They ride the beanstalk into the clouds and enter the giant's castle, where Humpty reveals to Puss that the giant died a long time ago. However, they must still avoid the Great Terror, who guards the golden eggs. They soon realize the golden eggs are too heavy and decide to steal the golden goose after witnessing it lay miniature golden eggs. They manage to escape the castle and cut down the beanstalk. After celebrating, the group is ambushed by Jack and Jill, and Puss is knocked unconscious. When he wakes, Puss assumes Humpty and Kitty were kidnapped and tracks Jack and Jill's wagon back to San Ricardo. There, he learns that the kidnapping was staged. Jack, Jill, and Kitty are all working for Humpty, who is seeking revenge against Puss for abandoning him to be arrested during the failed bank robbery. Puss is surrounded by the town's militia and turns himself in following pleas from his adoptive mother, Imelda. As Puss is hauled away to prison, Humpty is celebrated as a hero for bringing the wealth of golden eggs to the townspeople. In prison, Puss meets Andy, Jack, Beanstalk, who reveals that Humpty stole the beans from him when they shared a cell years ago. Jack warns Puss that the Great Terror is the golden goose's mother, a gigantic bird who will stop at nothing to rescue her baby. Puss realizes that luring the Great Terror to destroy San Ricardo was Humpty's intention all along, as he held a grudge against the town for imprisoning him. Kitty frees Puss from prison and apologizes, revealing her feelings for him. Puss locates Humpty in time and convinces him to redeem himself by helping to save San Ricardo from destruction. Using the gosling as bait, Puss and Humpty are able to lure the Great Terror away from town. With Kitty's help, they also thwart Jack and Jill's attempts to steal the gosling during the chase. As the group reaches the outskirts of town, Humpty and the gosling are knocked off a collapsing bridge, but manage to hang onto a rope that Puss grabs. When it becomes evident that Puss cannot save them both, Humpty sacrifices himself by letting go. After a fatal impact, Puss discovers that Humpty has a large golden egg underneath his shell. The Great Terror is reunited with her gosling, and she takes Humpty's golden egg and remains back in the giant's castle. Despite being hailed a hero by the townspeople for saving San Ricardo, Puss is still a fugitive in the eyes of the militia. He reunites with Imelda, who expresses her pride and love for Puss before he flees with Kitty, who playfully steals his boots. In the epilogue, Jack and Jill are recovering from their injuries. A restored Humpty is seen wearing a golden egg costume and dancing on the Great Terror's back with her gosling, and Puss and Kitty share a kiss.